Hi everyone. So this is my post. So I'm going to be talking about the Child Bride article that we discussed last week by Alicia Jones. And so I'll give like a quick little recap. So basically, the article is just talking about how there was a drought in Ethiopia, and in order to like combat like the drought and just the economical decline, uh, it's in a sense like people were selling their daughters to potential husbands in order to like have some type of income coming in. um I think when it comes to that, like, I'm someone who tries to like be very understanding of of culture, right? So I can understand that for them, like they probably do in some way think like they're setting their daughter up for success. They're thinking, okay, if this man can like pay, whatever, or give like this many livestock animals, then like their daughter is going to be set, the family is going to be like, saved. But I don't think they're thinking about the long-term effects of what that looks like. So I don't think they're thinking like, oh, because we're doing this, like our daughter isn't gonna grow up in this like, mindset that, she should reach for the stars. Like I feel like her pretty much her potential is gonna be limited to just being a wife, and then within time being a mom. Which again, there's nothing wrong with being a wife and a mom, but it's just it's the thing that in these economic crises, instead of, you know, pushing their daughters to like, focus on their studies and go to school and essentially give back to the community like with, what they learned, they would rather just do what is needed just to get by presently. And I think it's one of those things that like I can't necessarily be like so mad at those families because again, like, I think in a Western sense we are so, spoiled, like we have like all of these different resources that we can pull from like child welfare and like WIC programs and things of that nature, while like in other places around the world they don't have that. So they get very desperate to do what they have to do. But with that being said, I don't necessarily agree that child brides are like the way to go. I feel like they should be empowering young women and men, to really rise to the occasion and like, fulfill like this like greater purpose. They should be sending their daughters to university to then hopefully, get jobs and careers that can be beneficial to um the economy in their country. I feel like when we just I think when you just give into this the child bride uh movement, essentially you are limiting your country's growth potential by a lot. But yeah, that's pretty much my takeaway. Thank you.